Well, this is a sprocket that goes on the Goofy cart. I want to take the sprocket off the shaft so I can put it on a shaft that already has a keyway in it. So I have set it up on my lathe, turned down the weld. Probably the depth of the weld is going to keep me from just driving it out of there, but we'll see. We're going to try it. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, right? There we go. Well, it worked. Look at this. It worked. Cut it down. There wasn't a whole lot of penetration, evidently. I did taper it in. I don't know how well you can see that. And yeah, basically cut the whole weld right off of it. Now, I'm going to have to clean it up just a little bit so that I can weld this shaft on here. See that? And this shaft has a keyway already in it. So this will allow me to have a key that goes into, get it set in here right. If I get the right end, it should, maybe it'll slide in. I got to do a little cleanup on this. This is a sprocket that Mike Myron, he had sent it to me and he had welded it onto his shaft. But I'm going to use it with the set screws, and it has two of them. Has one that's right on the keyway, and then it has another one off to the side as well. And I have bought this collar here. I was thinking I would weld it to here, but I don't think I need to now, because what I can do, and this one also is, this one is not keyed. I don't need it to be keyed. It's just going to be a spacer basically to hold this in its proper orientation on the inside of the frame. So we will weld this sprocket back on, and then we'll cut this shaft to the appropriate length. The other one that was in it was too long anyway. And yeah, that'll bring us one step closer to having our drivetrain finalized. You know what I mean? Finalized. So there you have it. More than one way to skin a cat, you know. Don't have a way to cut a key slot, so put it on a piece of shaft. And this shaft is the leftover from my axle shaft for the rear axle. And now I can't weld this sprocket on here quite yet, because I need to use this piece of shaft before I cut it down to mount my locking collars onto my wheels. So I hope to get those wheels ready to go, and I can bring them back out here to the shop and weld my collars on. That's these collars right here, which have keyway in them, and I'll put one on either side of my wheels, because the hub that we made, thank you to Chuck from the old Brat Rider. He made the inserts for me, and they were drive-in fit into the wheel hubs, but they slide right onto our axles very nicely. But we don't have a keyway in them, so I'm going to weld one of these adapters on either side of the wheel. That way we'll have keyway inside and out, and that'll lock my wheels to the axle shaft. So I need to save this piece until I get that done, and then I can use this for fabricating this section here. Sorry for bouncing around with the camera. So that's what I'm working on the Goofy cart today. I'm going to take the body in. As you can see, I took the body off of the frame because I had to have it off to be able to get my sprocket out of here. And that piece there is just tacked in place. I need to finish welding that too. A lot of mock-up stuff still going on here. Another thing I am going to need to do, this piece here is only tacked in place. I think it's got one tack there and one tack up there, so I need to weld this solid here, and I need to make another plate to go on the outside edge out here to give it more stability. So, working on getting my drivetrain finalized. Gotta have that finalized before you can drive it. Thanks for watching.